Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about everything from Debby as of the 8 a.m. advisory and possible Ernesto out there marked as that new disturbance. Here's the sea surface temperatures. I am going to skip to this big map this time because we have possible Ernesto out there. Where it is currently, you can see that it is 29 degrees, 28 even, which is far warm enough. And where Debby is, you could see it is 30 degrees, 31. So Debby has formed. We know that. The question is, will this storm form into Ernesto? Going into the models here, you can see that they have it making landfall still as a strong Cat 1, maybe even a low-end Cat 2, and then coming back, hitting South Carolina or Georgia as a strong Cat 1. And then making a loop-de-loop actually still, and making landfall as a strong Cat 1 again on Florida in the same area, skirting up the coast as a hurricane, then tropical storm, and then finally dying out. And if you can see later in the run here, those green areas of wind, that is possible Ernesto to form. Here's the wind shear. You could see that it is pretty decent, but it is still reflecting it, you can see. So it is going to have no problem forming. And then that little area towards the end, that is Ernesto, that little closed low right here. That is what is probably going to become Ernesto. And then let's go to the rainfall totals. This is the new rainfall total, so it isn't fully loaded. But you could see still areas of 14, 16 inches in South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. So y'all are going to have to be prepared for this. And maybe even 14 inches into parts of southern North Carolina. Here's what Debby looks like as of currently. You could see all that convection still blowing up on the eastern side. Not a lot going on the western side. But it is still looking impressive to me. Here is the National Weather Service's and NOAA's page for tropical development. You see they finally designated this tropical wave that I've been watching for a while. It has a 20% chance in a week, a 10% chance in the next 2 days, and it's moving around 20 miles per hour, producing limited showers. So I think we could very well maybe be having our next storm pretty soon. Here's Debby as of the 8 a.m. advisory. They have it making landfall in Florida as an 85-mile-per-hour hurricane, so that is not weak. Y'all will have to pay attention to trees, power lines, branches. Even your power could go out. And then you see they posted new tropical storm watches for the coast of Georgia and portions of the coast of South Carolina. And they have it making landfall in South Carolina as a decent tropical storm, so less issues there, but still a ton of rain, which is what I'm going to show you next. Here's that potential rainfall. Look at Savannah, Georgia, 20 inches, Charleston, 16, and then some bigger cities not getting as much. Think the universe for that one. But they're still getting 8 inches, which can still cause big flooding issues. That's cities like Jacksonville, Augusta, and Wilmington. Here's the peak storm surge. You can see it is 6 to 10 feet still there in portions of Florida. And you can see on South Carolina and Georgia, they have now marked that as 2 to 4 feet of storm surge. So y'all will have to be on the lookout there. Even though that is not that much, it can still cause issues. Here's the flash flooding potential now as we go into the next week. You could see Jacksonville and Tallahassee at that moderate, same thing with Augusta and Wilmington. But look at that purple. That is at least 70% chance of flash flooding. That is Savannah, Georgia, and Charleston. Those are major cities. So y'all will have to be on a lookout for all of this rain and make sure you have your preparations ready. Here's the wind history. You could see it has maybe even gotten a little smaller as of its first forming, but its wind speeds has gone up, so do not pay attention to that all that much. And here's the warnings. You can see tropical storm watches and warnings for all of Florida, basically. Hurricane watches over the Big Bend, too, in Apalachicola, and hurricane warnings for the Big Bend, and those newly tropical storm watches for Georgia and South Carolina. Well, thank you all for watching. I please hope that you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you did, because we need to get this news out there to more people. And as always, stay ready and be prepared.